As New Haven's impressive Shubert Theater celebrates its 100th anniversary this season, its economic and artistic impact is felt locally, regionally, and nationally. I'm Eric Clemens for Comcast Newsmakers in Comcast's Connecticut studio. John Fisher, Executive Director of the Shubert, joins Newsmakers right now. John, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
100 years, that's pretty amazing, John. Can you reflect on this significant milestone and what makes the Shubert Theater so unique?
One of the things that makes us really unique is our size. We're smaller than a lot of theaters. We've been around, we've survived, and we're around, and a lot of theaters that were our size are gone. So theaters can be a lot bigger, they can be a lot smaller, but it's a unique niche, and of course with all the history and everything, it's a fabulous history. You know, we've got a lot going for us.
The Shubert is known as the birthplace of the nation's greatest hits. Can you tell us a little bit about how that title was earned?
Absolutely. Shubert was home and premiered over 600 pre-Broadway shows, including 300 world premieres. So it's a virtual who's who of theater, of American theater. Almost virtually all Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals did their world premiere in New Haven and at the Shubert. And it was a tryout town. And with that, shows that were going to go to Broadway played Boston, New York, Philadelphia before going to New York. And New Haven, a lot of time, was first.
So certainly not a lack of quality in entertainment, but a kind of stepping stone from here to the real big time.
Well, yeah, and it was you know, Oklahoma, South Pacific, Carousel, King and I all did the world premiere. You know, it's literally a who's who. Marlon Brando in the world premiere of Streetcar Named Desire. Rex Harrison in My Fair Lady, you know, Julie Andrews in Sound of Music. The list went on and on.
Tell us a little bit about what's it like, if you can put it into words, to be celebrating 100 years of providing quality entertainment for New Haven.
We really have morphed into, and what we're now, we really are a community theater and a community asset, and we serve, we have a lot of education and outreach programs and community programs and everything. So we mix that with being a performing arts center, and of course doing Broadway and tours and music and dance and concerts.
Tell us a little bit about how the Shubert has evolved into becoming a cornerstone of New Haven's economic and business community as well.
We've since the heyday of all the shows, we've grown, and actually now with the way our business has changed, a lot of times now we will mount the tours of the shows, so we get them as they're coming out of Broadway because our business has changed so much. Right. So this year we'll tech 2 shows, and by teching I mean we put together the whole show. So we have 100 people in, and we're doing that for Peter and the Starcatcher, and for this wonderful show called Matilda, which is on Broadway right now. And it'll bring economic impact. We hire all of our local union stagehands and the restaurants and the hotels. So a show like Matilda will bring in well over $2 or $3 million in economic impact for hotels, restaurants, and all of that. And again, it's our 100th anniversary coming up, so we're really celebrating the whole year with a lot of shows and entertainment.
Now, are there other ways that the Shubert is celebrating its past and building its future this season?
Yes, absolutely. We have a wonderful season, full season celebrating the 100th. We've got Patti LuPone, White Christmas, Peter and the Starcatcher, Jim Brickman, Beauty and the Beast, Matilda, of course, as I mentioned. It's just a really fabulous season of events. We also have got a number of things we do with the community and our education and outreach activities with local schools. So there's a lot of things coming up, all sort of tied around and celebrating our 100th. We're doing a thing with the Girl Scouts and a Girl Scout patch. You can earn a Shubert patch, and that's kind of a really neat thing.
All right, John, thank you very much for being with us. Here's to another 100 years.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Eric Clemens.